It's a bit of a return for an old flame to GotAUkulele this week. Keep watching. Yeah, welcome back. It's GotAUkulele review day. As ever, a summary video review for the full written review you always find linked below in the description box down there. There's a lot more information about this instrument on the website. You'll also find some other links down there. These people have used those. They have donated, thrown me a tip, bought me a beer, bought me a coffee to help keep this site going because I'm not a commercial enterprise. My eternal thanks to those people. If you want to help, that would be much appreciated. It helps keep this site moving forward. You'll find the links down below there. You can also help me for nothing by subscribing to the YouTube channel. That really helps as well. Hit the bell symbol, you get notified about new stuff that gets put up. Right, this is a model, goes back a long way with me. I started GotAUkulele in about 2009. I started playing in about 2005. I used to work in guitar tech. Used to work in the back room, so I know a thing or two about setting up instruments and about the problems of buying cheap and buying twice. And I didn't heed my own advice, and the first instruments I bought was from this brand. It had a misset neck, the frets were sat on an angle in two places, impossible to set up, it went in the bin. Had I not then gone and bought a Magic Flute Flea, which I can't find now, a Magic Flute Flea, I would not be here now with you. Anyway, let's just get on with it. It's another look, because I do look at this brand regularly. I try to look at them regularly to give them a fair crack of the whip. The brand is Mahalo, and this is the Mahalo MS1T series Slimline Soprano. As I say, I've looked at Mahalo many times since to see whether they've improved. That first one might have just been a dud. I'm afraid to say, if you look at all the Mahalo reviews on GotAUkulele, they've never done well. They've just never done well. And I think what's happened in the market is that so many other instruments have come along at the cheaper end and have really left Mahalo in the dust. There we are. This one. It's a Slimline. Well, they say it's a Slimline. It's fairly slim, I suppose. It's not super slim. It's not like one of those Carla travel tenors or the old Bruco Slimlines. It's slightly slim, but otherwise a standard soprano shape. It's made from all laminate woods, like I think all Mahalos are pretty much. And this is laminate basswood, that is to say linden wood or lime. It's plywood. It's really cheap. It's a soft wood, and it's about as cheap as woods can get. Single pieces on the top and back, and weirdly two pieces on the side. Yeah, there we are. I'll come on to the finishing and the colour a little bit later. But it's just a plywood box in a very thin front to back. The bridge, they say, is mahogany. It's stained very dark black, as you can see, screwed in place. It's really angular, rough, just kind of very agricultural looking. And what is a surprise to me is it's then fitted with a new bone compensated top saddle. Okay, they used to be just straight top plastic and terrible for setting up, so this has got a compensated decent new bone resonant saddle piece in it, which is interesting. The finish is all just satin, and these come in 4 different colours, and they're all called translucent colours. This is translucent brown, there's a translucent black, a translucent red, and a translucent blue. Now, all I'd say about it, why make it translucent when your wood is this uninteresting? Because I'm sorry about the light here, but you get these really weird sort of patches. I mean, it looks like builder's plywood. It looks like somebody's making, lining the roof joists or something in a house. It's not nice wood. So if you're going to make it translucent, surely a flat colour would just look better, and you'd get rid of some of this ugly looking, basic looking wood. So I don't understand why it is translucent. The only other decoration, black screen print sound hole rosette around the top there. Now, what I will say to Mahalo, though, is I did used to look at some of their brightly coloured painted things, and the finishes were terrible. This is all right. It's kind of, yeah, I can't find any flaws with it. It's nice to touch, simple satin feel, no pooling, no issues with it really. 1 or 2 little knot marks and stain marks here and there. And of course, with the top not being bound, you're looking at the edge of the laminate there. Inside, kind of tidy for Mahalo as well. Some of these were real nightmares in the past. There are linings, but they're not notched. There's no bracing on the back and a simple brace system on the top. And there we are. It's fairly thick laminate on the top and scruffy around the inside of the sound hole edge. Okay. The neck they specify as jabon wood, the jabon tree from Java, Indonesia, I think. That's plywood material used in plywood and building and joists and things like that. It's not a musical wood. I know it's only the neck. And it's in 3 pieces with a joint at the heel here and a really obvious joint up here, halfway up the neck. I hate those. And it goes down to the very far eastern Mahalo neck. 35, just not quite 35mm nut width, 27 G2A, very rounded back. Not really for me at all, but your mileage may vary, as I always say. Fingerboard is mahogany again, stained very dark black, nice and even in colour, and surprising, edge bound too, so you can't see the fret ends. You can feel them. They're still quite sharp on the edges, these frets, which I always find amazing when you put edge binding on, but you can still feel the frets. Why bother? Simple pearl inlays at 5, 7 and 10, and they're repeated with dots on the sides, and it's a very come on, why can I never focus this? And it's a very traditional soprano with 12 frets to the body. As I say, I can feel those fret ends. The nut, more new bone, and actually the setup on this, surprising as well. No issues with the setup. I wouldn't take anything up or down. Up to the usual Mahalo crown headstock. It's not face, so that is the jabon wood, and the Mahalo logo is a black screen print. I think that logo now looks really dated and cheap, and I think it's very stark against this colour. I mean, they call this translucent brown. It's translucent yellow to me. Okay, and the tuners, open gears. I mean, they look nicer than some of the Mahalos of old, but actually you look at them closer, the only real upgrade to them is that they've been branded with the name Mahalo on them. They're still using these enormous buttons on them. The very first Mahalo I ever had these, and they're ugly with these sort of push-to-fit buttons on them. Now, I don't like gears on little Sopranos anyway because they look like ears, but at least some manufacturers try and make them a bit smaller. These are enormous. I don't like them. Aside from the looks, which is a purely subjective thing, they're rubbish. They're really grindy. So they're all different tensions. Some of them are stiff, some of them are really loose. The slop in some of them stick. Not nice, not nice. And what else do you get? You get a set of Ukulele nail gut, super nail gut strings with it. And they call it a gig bag. No, it's not. It's I've seen carrier bags from the supermarket, bags for life, which are better quality than this. Don't bother. Don't bother. No point to it. But of course, it is cheap. It's 25 quid, thereabouts. So a lot of people will say, and whenever I review a Mahalo, they say, well, it is cheap. What do you expect? It's great for a beginner. It's great for a kid. I think my issue goes back to that point I made at the beginning of this review, which is that they've kind of been left in the dust by a lot of other brands. Look at people like Octopus, Tiger, Stag, entry-level travel ukes from Flight, and all of those who are they names on Amazon, some of which, like Donna, have put out instruments which are half decent. So it's all about standing up to those. It's not about saying this is 25 quid, therefore so what. You can spend 25, 30 quid elsewhere, and I've reviewed some quite nice little Sopranos for that sort of money. So that's what it's up against. That's the fair way to look at it. But it's all going to be about the play. As I say, the finish, aside from the fact I really don't like the look of it, and the tight, sharp bridge, sharp fret ends, horrible tuners, but the overall satin finish is nicely done, I suppose. It's really light, probably one of the lightest instruments ukes I've reviewed, one of 310 grams, and it balances nicely too, so it's really no issue to hold. Right, okay, let's tune it up. Cheap laminates. I always say that with very cheap laminates, they have this sort of tendency to have an echoey, boxy, almost microphonic tone to the sound. And it's hard for me to describe what that is. And part of the reason why it's hard for me to describe what that is a lot of the cheap laminates have got a lot better recently. So when I'm on the video, I'm saying I can sense it, but I don't think it always comes through on the microphone. Here, though, it comes through in spades. There we are. Actually, as I say, the setup is pretty good on it. The volume is really good. That's really good punch. Really good punch to it. The sustain, never that good on sopranos, drops off quite quickly, very, very average, making it a very staccato instrument, but you can hear what I'm talking about. An echoey sort of thin rubber bands on a shoebox sound. It's just too laminate to me. If you know what I mean, listen to an octopus soprano. They've just got a much fuller tone. They're not necessarily more sustained or anything like that. Just more rounded. This is echoey, basic. Like it's being played into a sort of into a tin can. No, I don't really like the sound of it at all. Yes, it's very, very cheap. 29 quid will get you an octopus. Have a listen to one of those. It's night and day better sound than this. Donna, as I recall, had some nice instruments for very, very little money. Spend more, spend 45, 50, go up, get a Mahalo Dolphin, get a Flight Travel series. They sound more like instruments. This sounds like the volume's good. that's as far as I'm going to go. Again, I think Mahalo I'm not running them down, and I'm not running cheap instruments down. I just think, look at what else is about. When Mahalo started, they were the only one doing the really, really cheap stuff, very cheap stuff, and they were pretty awful. There's a lot of choice now, so why would you go here? Mahalo MS1T series, Slimline series, Sopranos. Not actually that slim. All laminate, basswood, lindenwood, limewood. Cheap as chips. No, not a great one. Doesn't get a recommendation from me. Thank you very much for watching. Right, okay, I'm now into a bit of a summer break. My daughter's broken up for school for the summer, so I am going to be back with you in 3 weeks' time. In the middle of August it's going to be, so this is my time off with the family. Thank you very much for your support to this halfway point in the year, roughly. It's been enjoyable. I've got loads more to come through the rest of the year, and I'll be back with you very, very soon. Take care, enjoy the summer. See you soon. Bye.